Today, we're going to break down something we all struggle with, procrastination, through a really simple but powerful story. It's called the Procrastination Paradox, and you'll see how it all starts with just one tiny choice. I mean, we've all been there, right? You've got that one small thing on your to-do list, and you tell yourself, I'll get to it tomorrow. But what happens when tomorrow turns into a habit? Well, that's the exact trap we're going to explore today. So our guide for this little journey is an 8-year-old kid named Shivam. And his story, believe me, is the perfect little miniature version of a cycle that affects pretty much everyone from students to CEOs.
Okay, so how does it all begin? It's almost never some big, dramatic decision, you know? It always starts with a simple and what feels like a totally harmless little choice.
So, this is Shivam. He's a kid who absolutely loves to play, and, like a lot of us, finds schoolwork to be, well, a bit of a drag. His solution? It's that classic phrase we all know and love, I'll do it tomorrow. It's like his own little magic spell that gives him some temporary relief.
And this is where things start to get really interesting. See, one small delay rarely ever stays small. It starts to grow and morphs into this whole pattern of avoidance that, ironically, takes way more energy to keep up.
This becomes Shivam's main strategy. When he knows the homework is due, he doesn't just postpone the work anymore, he escalates. He tries to postpone the consequence by faking an illness to skip school altogether. Just a little lie to cover for that initial little delay. And you can just watch the cycle spin here. His excuse works on day 2, sure, but the problem, that notebook check, it doesn't just magically disappear. It's still there waiting for him on day 3, and again on day 4. Every time he successfully dodges it, he's not solving anything. He's just kicking the can down the road, letting all that pressure build up. And this is the real heart of the issue. While he's been so busy trying to avoid school, the work itself hasn't gone anywhere. Nope, 3 entire notebooks are still sitting there, completely empty. The debt is just getting bigger and bigger. Let's be real. You can only run for so long. Eventually, reality has a funny way of catching up with you. And for Shivam, that day finally came after almost a whole week of dodging and weaving. The first line of defense just crumbles. His mom sees right through the act. After 6 days, her patience is gone, and she just lays down the law. Suddenly, home is no longer a safe haven from his responsibilities. And then, the second he walks into school, bam, his escape route is completely cut off. The teacher spots him immediately. The very thing he was trying so hard to avoid is now right there, front and center. There's nowhere left to hide. He tries one last desperate excuse, but it's way too late. His teacher is wise to his tricks and just tells him to bring all the notebooks tomorrow, no exceptions. He's officially hit a brick wall. So here's the crucial point. The work never actually went away. It was just accumulating interest. And now the bill has come due, and it has to be paid all at once. So Shivam has to pull an epic all-nighter. He borrows the completed notes from his friend, locks himself away, and just writes and writes and writes, all day and all through the night. It's a grueling punishment, all to pay for a week of avoidance. This lays out the trade-off perfectly, doesn't it? The easy way was just doing a little bit of work each day with plenty of time left over to play, but the path he chose, the hard way, ended in one single night of pure exhaustion and stress. The crazy part is, he didn't actually avoid the work, he just made it 1,000 times harder for himself.
So this whole experience leads Shivam, and honestly all of us, to a fundamental truth about procrastination. It's a lesson his teacher explains perfectly.
And this is it. This is the whole idea right here. You think you're running away from your work by putting it off, but it's actually the opposite. The overload just gets bigger. You're not escaping a cage, you're just building a bigger one for yourself down the line. So let's put a name to this whole thing, the procrastination paradox. It's that completely counterintuitive idea that the very strategy we use to try and reduce our stress in the short term is what ends up creating way, way more stress in the long term. The good news is, Shivam learns his lesson. Exhausted, red-eyed, he makes a new promise to himself. He finally gets it. The pain of doing the work now is so much less than the pain of doing it all later. And that leaves us with a question for ourselves, doesn't it? Shivam had his homework. What's our equivalent? What's that one thing we've been putting off that's just quietly getting bigger in the background? Maybe today's the day to